Today we're playing with fashion, scarves for the head, jewelry, and hair. So join us and have some fun. Whew, I've just come in from the outside. I think my hair is completely dry, and we're gonna see what I can do with this hair before we do maybe some head wraps. Let's go back to this morning when I took my shower, washed my hair. I put some gel in it and rubbed it in real hard. I'm showing you this just to show you you're not alone, ladies, with thinning, aging hair. And this is what I'm trying to do. I'm scrunching away. This is the scrunch do, but look at that pink scalp. And this is the scrunchy look. Now I haven't even run a brush through, so you can see how the hair is up away from my scalp and curled and waved. But if I ran a brush through it, you wouldn't be able to see through some of this up here. So what I'm going to do is to try a couple of head scarves for you. The other days, several of you requested that I show you how to do some head scarves or head wraps. I had that little scarf around my hair, which really wasn't done up at all, but we'll try and see if I can do a couple of little wraps. I'm trying to make the color of my outfit and the jewelry all sort of blend together with the scarf, because after all, it's the total look that matters, right? So this is sort of a semi-boho look with a little bit of turquoise, a little bit of brass and copper, and I'm mixing it all up. So let's see what we can do with just a simple little head wrap with my hair down. Before we start working with scarves, let me show you this scarf holder for your closet for hanging that I found, I guess a year or two ago. I think Sheila from the old gal had this and she was showing it, and I sent for a couple on Amazon, and this is just a small sample. Yes, I said a small sample of my scarves, and I'm going to show you a couple of these and pick out one. Look at these. Aren't they pretty? Now, to make a scarf work on your head, you not only have to pick the right fabric so that it doesn't slip around, but you want to pick the right shape. And depending on what type of a head wrap or scarf wrap you want to do, you have to pick either the big square one that you would fold over into a triangle, or a small one for just the little headband type with the bow, or the long ones. Now, I have several of these that are just very long scarves that are not triangles, and these work very well if you want to do those head wraps with the big braided round thing on the top, or a big bun on the side. Those are good for that, where you wrap all your head together or you pull it all back. I've seen some of the young gals do great wraps with the hair down, and they put it on while your hair is showing. Other ones, they take all your hair and put it away. So first of all, if you haven't gotten yourself, look at all these places to put these scarves, and then you just hang them up. I remember for years and years, these would be thrown up in the top of a closet somewhere, and look how organized you can be now. Isn't this great? So let me pick a scarf, and I see one here, or I did see one that probably will match the colors that I'm doing here. Now this one matches a skirt that I have. This might be a little blue. This is more of an aquamarine color, but this might blend. I think that's the only one. Maybe this one, which is a little bit lighter, but that's more of a blue. I did have this one on the other day. I think that might be all I have right here. I could go into my closet and dig out more, but let's work with what we have here. Okay, style number one. I'm just going to do a little head wrap with my hair showing and see what's left up here on a bow. But right now I have to kind of push the hair back a little bit on the sides, and I will start with this one. This one is kind of a chiffon, and so it's not too awfully thick. Actually, this is too blue, isn't it? Let's forget that one. All right, let's try this one. This one's a little thicker, also chiffon, but I think more in the color scheme. So we're gonna start at the top, come around to the back, do a knot in the back. Now this is where it gets hard because my hair gets all tangled in it. There we go. We're making some headway here. Now I have just about enough to be able to do maybe a little butterfly wrap at the top. And I can choose to do that on the side, which I think I might do right now, or up on the top of my head. So this is just long enough, this particular scarf, to tie once up here and just let and I have a bunch of hair in it. Not very good for a start here. The curly-do is tough to work with when all the hairs want to get involved. So a little tiny butterfly bow, and it's basically a knot, is all we need to do this one. And then you just let these kind of fly. And then normally I like to pull something up here, maybe a little something, maybe pull something down from here, or pull out something here. It's up to you. And that's all you do. And now flip up the hair again if you want. Now this was a little thick in the scarf to do too much with this. I would have preferred the first one because it's chiffon. So when you're looking for scarves, and you know where I would go to a thrift shop to try and find scarves. It's better than paying. Now you can go to Walmart, but you're still going to pay something for them. This way you might pay $2.99 or $3.99 for scarves, and they always have a great assortment of them. They keep them over where they keep the hats. So this one would have been better because it wouldn't have been as bulky, but this is just a cute little one, and you let these go. This is nice for just hanging around, doing some gardening. It's a little thick in the back, but this is okay, and probably looks good with the curly hairdo too. Now the hair is going to get a little wild now, but that's this one. Now I've just pulled my hair up to try something for a minute, but while I have my hair down, let's talk about a couple of little hairdos we can do. With the summer coming, I don't want to cut my hair yet. As you could see in the earlier part of this video, my hair is way long, and normally I wouldn't keep it that long, except with the hot weather coming, I need to wear my hair most of the time up off my neck. And I have a lot of updos that I like to do, or pulled straight back or up high or whatever. But I have a favorite that's a fun one. And don't worry about being an older woman and not being able to do this if you have curly hair or you want to scrunch your hair. Remember these clips. I have 2 of these. These come in a pair. You buy them on Amazon, and I use these a lot. I also use the claw type clips. I have a lot of different ones of these, and these will hold your hair back or up. If you don't have curly hair and you want to do, I didn't bring in the one that, I have the one that has the bumps on them that you can pull your hair over and it creates some fullness, or forget what you call them. Right now, while my hair is still curly and I haven't even run a brush through it, once you run a brush through it, the curls kind of, they're not as springy, but you do get a better look up here. So this is the one that I will do, especially if I'm around or it's fun. Lucy likes this one, and you can guess why. It's springy and it's kitteny, let's call it that. But look at the curls on this one, right? I mean, a little wild right now. They looked a lot better when I did it before. A couple of these in to hold it up. But what fun you can have just fooling around with your hair. Do you see how they can hold the whole back of the head up? Now, I am going to give Moosey credit for this one. He helped me do this one. This one was hard, and I had to practice. And maybe next time I'll show you how to do this one. But this one is the cap with the little bun on the side, and it's done with a long scarf. This one actually had a couple little tassels on the end, but it's different. And would you ever wear it? I don't know, but it's another idea of a cap. Now, maybe the youngins would wear it. Who knows? But see what it's just basically a little cap. And what I did with the ends after Moosey tied the back, honestly, I'm not being very practical in this video, but I couldn't get the tie done in the back. So Moosey helped me that. And then we twirled the ends that were about this long as we brought them up. We started on the top and I left the part down. This one I doubled, so it was pretty long, or pretty wide, I should say. And then I made ropes out of the side, brought them up. There's one rope up here, brought it over to the side, and then made a couple of knots and tucked in the ends. So there you go. So that's enough for hairdos. This hairdo happened to be the only hairdo I came up with today. Maybe the next one, maybe tonight what I'll do is I'll put it in some hot rollers and have more of a sophisticated hairdo, more like the one I used to wear. We'll see what comes up, but it's kind of fun. And once again, ladies, dispel those ageism myths that ladies in their latter years sure can have fun. And this is what you call having fun with fashion, hairdos, and scarves. Now, I must mention the outfit. As you know, some of you that have been with me for a while know that this is one of my kimonos. And I call this one my coat of many colors because my Joseph's coat of many colors from the Bible, mainly because it's all different colored stripes. And of course, since I was using this scarf, I couldn't keep the other shirt on. I had to switch into this. And when you do that, then you have to switch into your jewelry too. So it's all about the fashion, and the jewelry, the fashion, the head, the hair, it all goes together depending on your mood. Well, it's the next day. It's Tuesday, and today is going to be a new hairdo. I did just set my hair in my Remington rollers, and the main size is, I would say, 1 inch in diameter. And I put those all around the front, down the back, and then a few little tiny ones in my sparser hair. By the way, I was looking at some of the clips that I took in the video yesterday, especially the one with the red cap bandana, and I noticed how long my hair was in the back. I couldn't believe it. And I decided that I think I'm due for a cut. So maybe in the next video, I'll cut my hair. It's nothing really. I have no skills except I've always cut my own hair. It's basically a blunt cut. I don't want to cut it too short though, because I've told you I need my hair off my neck in the summer. And maybe I don't need it that long because that just doesn't even look good. My hair is just too sparse to wear that long down. But I am going to test it with the curlers in the back. Now I have my curlers all around and they're pretty tight. I did put in some, before I put each curler in, I did spray just to make them a little tighter. So we're going to see what I can do with this hairdo, and hopefully it will be a little more sophisticated than the scrunchy do of yesterday. That's a fun do, but doesn't go too many places, does it? So the red cap scarf with the big bun on the side is sort of a fantasy do. I can't think anywhere that I might wear that. I'm on my way out as soon as I get my do done here, and I'm going to the thrift shop. It's Tuesday, senior 30% off day, and I haven't been in a long time. Well, I think I did go once. I told you this about 2 weeks ago, didn't I? But I'm not in the market for anything. It's just something that I do that is an outing that I enjoy, believe it or not, and always will. Well, now this is just with my fingers running through it. I haven't gotten into the bathroom where my hairbrush is, and before I take a brush to all this, I just wanted to show you what it looked like. I have no idea what it looks like in the back. This is probably a hairdo that will go more places than my Kiki Little scrunch will go. But it's fun to do that, and it sure takes less time if you're in a rush. So I'm dressed a little more preppy today. I'm in the mood to be preppy. Less jewelry, but still some earrings. All right, let's see if I can improve upon this a little bit. Well, I just went in and took a brush to my hair and tried to work it around. And I'm totally convinced now that tomorrow I am going to cut my hair. It just wouldn't work. The back was too long. Even once I started brushing, the curls came out. It was down to here, not attractive. And I think I'm going to have to cut maybe 2 inches off or a little bit more. Not going to do one of those feather cuts or anything. I've learned from experience that's not me. But even if I get it just a little bit shorter, at least I can get the rest of it okay. So I am going out with just a regular pulled back, a little bit of twirling on the sides here. And I think this hairdo will look okay for the day. But it was not attractive. It was definitely not attractive down. So much for long hair for Nanny. Doesn't work with my thinning hair. Because you are having fun with our videos, and I have so many new subscribers, and once again, we're so appreciative that if you want to see more of us and you like us, you can go to our homepage. Now, our homepage is where it all starts. There's a big banner across the top. There's a trailer, like those trailers you see for movies that are up and coming. And then we have almost 500 videos on there. We've been doing videos for almost 4 years, or yes, 4 years. And you will have so much fun. 2 or 3 a week. And even one Christmas, I did the Vlogmas each day, 25 days of Christmas. I've done every kind of a video that you would imagine. And if you would like to go through some of those and do your binging, we would be so appreciative. Go to Nanny and the Moose on Google, and that's all you have to do. As a matter of fact, when we were at the wedding, I was talking with Riley and a couple of his friends, and Riley said, "Oh, my grandma has a YouTube." That makes me feel so good when the grandkids are proud of me. And one of the young fellows said, "Oh, no kidding. What's the name?" And Riley said, "All you have to do is go to Google and type in Nanny and the Moose." And you know these kids with their fingers, the way they work, they all have their phones in their hands. He said, "Wow." And he Googled in, he said, "Whoa, there it is." And he got to our YouTube homepage. So try it, see if you like us. Well, I'm just leaving Savers, and I did find some things. I showed you all the scarves. Most of them were $2.99 or $3.99. So do go to get some scarves. I even bought one that was pretty. I needed this color, like a hole in the head. As you can see, there are scarves of many, many colors and designs and types of fabrics here. Some of these are squares that you would fold into triangles. Some are smaller squares than others. And then there are the long ones made of chiffon. $2.99, $3.99. Try them. But anyway, I'm so parched. I need a lemonade. And I'm going to make a circle here and be on my way. Can't even talk, I'm so thirsty. Well, I'm home, and I wanted to show you just a few of the little things that I got. How many of you remember, especially those of you in the UK, I know you will remember Betsy Johnson. Do you remember Betsy Johnson? Well, she was, when we lived over there in the late 60s or early 70s, it was the time of the mini skirts and I don't know what era you would call it, but it was definitely very hip hop and wild. And Betsy Johnson was one of the fabulous designers of everything wild and crazy. She was kind of like a young Iris Apfel in a way. Betsy is still, I think, going strong, and everything she designed was in the mini skirt and the wild prints. Of course, I loved everything of Betsy Johnson, and she was from London, and that's where it was all happening in those days. Well, I found a little Betsy Johnson purse for $2.99, and it's sort of a little makeup purse, and I will treasure this in memory of my hip-hop miniskirt days in England. The other thing I picked up, I showed you, I have a little reel of I told you that when I went to the thrift shop, I was going to show you the scarves, since we were doing head scarves in this video. And the only place to get them for a reasonable price, most of them are $2.99 or $3.99, is in a thrift shop. Otherwise, you'll pay a little more. You'll get some beautiful scarves, but you get beautiful scarves at a thrift shop too. Now, this is a color blend that I thought was very nice. It's sort of a very soft green, and it's the type of fabric that works well for a headdress. Now, some of those silky satin ones will slip around on your head, but the best kind are these sheer, lightweight types of a chiffon, because when you get it down, they make nice ropes for tying and going around your head after you do your wrap. And this one is one of those long, thin ones. So I got this for $3.99, and I did pick up 1 or 2 pieces of jewelry. Crazy, but I did. Well, maybe in the next video, we will, since I already have my magnetic clasps, I think we will do a couple of these connections, because I have my tools. Maybe some of you have yours. I think you told me you've ordered some of them, some of you ladies. So have your tools ready for the next time, I think, and we'll just start our jewelry fixing. And I think we'll start slowly with something that we can do easily and probably even without tools. But if you've gotten some of those magnetic clips that we decided were the only way that we of advanced ages, and even, by the way, the youngins, it's just not easy to clip these in the back of your head when you can't see what you're doing. But what we're going to do is we're going to put those double lobster claw clasps on both ends of these, and we're going to do a couple of things. I have a couple of these short ones. This was a new one that I got. I think this will go nice with my red coral when I start showing you couple of my collections of jewelry. And I have a nice collection of some red coral that goes well with the turquoise, and I'll show you some of that. Now, I don't know about you, but I love these plexiglass cases that hold makeup, lipsticks and brushes and mascara, and it divides it all up, and it really keeps it ahead of you and organized. And the extras, I'm trying to put on shelves that I have in my closet room for all the extras too, because what I like to do is to keep my current collection of what I use on my face right in one of these things. But this I paid $2 or $3.99 for, and if you buy these, this is a heavy one, a big one, and you'd probably pay $25 for this in the stores. So look for these when you're at thrift shops too. This is a good one. You know, we've had some fun with hairdos and head wraps in this video. Nothing earth-shattering, but some of the head wraps are practical, and especially the ones that you just tie when you're having a bad hair dough. The one I wanted to do was the one that we always did in the 50s and the 60s. Do you remember, ladies? Actually, it was a headscarf that you put on when your hair was a wreck, or if you had curlers in the day. They didn't have hot rollers in those days. And if we wanted to hide our curlers, we'd have it was a scarf that had, it was a triangle basically. You put it on and you tied it under your chin. And we went out that way. I can't believe it. And as a matter of fact, you used to see Queen Elizabeth with the scarf like that a lot of the times. So I was going to do that one just for fun, but maybe I'll do that in the next one. Thank you again for all of your watching, all of your comments, all the new people, all my wonderful, loyal people that have been watching for so long. We'll see you in a couple of days. God bless us all.